Hey guys, welcome back to another Sunday analysis video. Let's start this week with a recap of what happened last week, which trades I took, and after that we'll continue on our regular Sunday analysis. So last week I had already predicted this trade right here last Sunday. The position was a little up, but I actually improved the position later. I had partially closed this trade on 1 is to 2, but it eventually went down to hit my stop loss, and this was mainly because the news was around the very next day. So the profit was not so good. I didn't make much over here. It was like 0.5%, so that doesn't count. Next, I took another trade around Thursday, and this gave me a beautiful 1 is to 2. I closed it manually right here. I was looking for a bigger push, but as I saw that the retracement is happening right around the level where rejections are common, so I just closed it manually. And GBP JPY, I was in a trade like this. So I missed this trade mainly because I was not looking at the markets on Wednesday. And the reason for not looking at the market is this, that the news was around. So when the news came, you can see the retracement went all the way down here. But if you see on different servers like Fivers and other prop firm brokers, they have a deeper retracement when the news come in. So I'm happy I didn't enter the trade. And next I took this trade, which was right here. I took this trade because there was a support right here. If you see, I have already created a second support zone, and I know where the prices are going to push from. So it had a clearly good rejection. I also called this trade in my Telegram channel. If you see, it's not a channel, it's a group, and it must be right around here. Yeah. So JPY reached trendline bottom and now took support from second trend line. So this was just before I took the trade. You can see it here. The line is right here. And once it touched the alert line, I got the alert and I took the trade because that is what I was looking for. I had all the confluences in my direction. I just wanted to see a breakout. Okay. So I took the trade right here, and this went almost 1 is to 2 for me, but started retracing and I had put 0 0.1. I should have closed right around here because you can see a lot of times the price never hits the top trend line. I could have closed here, but I didn't. That's my mistake, and I got a very small profit, which is like 0.1%. Again, right here, so that doesn't count. Euro odd, I hit a SL. So this was my mistake because I had said that I would look like for a price action like this, and price actually came right around here and moved right here. So I thought maybe an earlier entry would give me a good price, a good risk to reward, but that is where I messed up on my psychology part, and the price retraced, like punishing me for my mistake, and eventually moved it here. And later on I did see this price action and I wanted to enter, but again this was Wednesday and the news was around, so I chose to not enter. Even though this doesn't look like there is anything much happened here around the news, but again the spreads are very different on different servers. So you don't want to be in a position where you are just in a trade and near the entry and the news hits, because then even though the price action is not much, the spreads on different servers would be below this level. So I didn't enter this, and the price has given so far like, I think 1 is to 2. No, it's a 1.9 or something like that. So anyway, I didn't took this trade as well, and I guess that was it. Uh, so I closed around 2.5% profit this week, and in this one, it's total. The total is around 7%, which is like $7,000 on a 100K account. I think even if I don't trade after this, I'm fine with this. I don't want to, like, if I'll take any trade this week, this coming week will be mostly because it's a high probability trade. Only then I'll enter. Now, Let's start with the analysis. So USD CHF is again in the range area. Let's see on the daily time frame. The price did move to a deeper retracement. This was all because of the news. And now the price is back in the range area. And in fact, it is already ranging. It's hitting its normal resistance area, and price is just like it pulled back from right here. Maybe it will go again here and then come back. So we don't know what's going to happen because the news has changed the dynamics a little. So what I would like to do is, like, if it reaches this area, I would like to see a retracement, a structure change on lower time frames. Let's see what happens on 4 hour. On 4 hour, again, this is a support area. So until the trade has passed this area, we don't have any trade. So there's one thing common here. If you see, the price comes right around here, okay, goes to this level, and then starts rejecting this area. And if it has closed around like below this low, like this, then it's a good trade, right? Like something similar right here. It took a support, went back up, and the push deeper again. Let's see how it looks in 1 hour time frame. So I had taken this trade earlier. I'll look for something like this again. First time touch, and then second retracement, and then the push below. Only then I'll enter. This I have entered early, way before, like before the push. Now this is new information to me that something as such has already happened twice now. So I'll wait for something like this formation and then enter. And only if risk to reward is with me. Good. I mean, after this push, all you have to do is put a sell limit right here, right around the same existing level, and then take a full profit because it has done something like this right here as well. In this case, it's not the same price action. So because the price just moved up on the second touch, didn't push down. But this looks good to me. So USD JPY, what we want price action to do is come around here, reject, take support, reject again, and okay, sorry. Uh, let's use this. Come around here, reject, take support at this, reject again, and then move around here for us to put a sell limit to take a profit target till here. This looks good to me. Now let's look at GBP JPY. So GBP JPY, we have a break of structure on a smaller trend, right? I was actually waiting on Friday for the price to clearly reject above this area. So it did give rejections, and I'm sure a lot of traders entered right here only to get their SL hit. So no one was hunting them. The only problem with them was they didn't use history to enter trade. What they all saw was a trend right here, and they saw a 1 hour bullish candle, which looked perfect because you can see it's engulfing one, two, almost like two candles, and it's also a morning star pattern. So gave a reversal pattern, and the only thing is it didn't give it at the right place. And later on, the price moved down, and all of this was happening because the JPY news was right around here. Like it was a tentative news. I saw the news. I saw this in Forex Factory right here on Friday. There was this Bank of Japan policy rate and everything coming. So that's another reason I didn't want to enter the trade. And eventually the price gave rejection. Even though the price would have been right here and rejected this, it would have been a better entry at any cost based on technical analysis. But right here it wasn't. So what I want right now is the price to retest again, specifically reject from this area, not anything else. Reject from this area, go up, reject this area, and then go down. So I can target us like let's see what can be our target. On the daily time frame, we can see a lot of rejections from right here. The major rejection point is this, but you can see a lot of retracements happening just around this area. Let's make a box. Yeah, so a lot of retracements happening just around this area, and this is just structure. It's fine. This is structure because the next candle did come here. Same thing. The next candle did come here. So the price can easily come around till this area. So we want the target to be exactly this. You don't want the target to be this, even though this looks like the maximum rejection. A lot of people, what they do is they see the max liquidity area, but max liquidity areas are generally used when there is a news. When there is a news, you will see a long wick coming down, hitting that liquidity area, and then moving back. So those things are different. But for our trade, we want where we see a lot of price actions rejecting, and this seems to be a right target where your price can easily come. And eventually, I think a trade like this will give us a really good risk to reward. So this might happen this week, or the price might just keep on rejecting. But if you see, mainly watch on 4-hour time frame because it will give you a clean rejection. Look for entry only when you see 1 hour, 2 hour engulfing 2-3 candles. That will be a really nice entry. And what we want is just price to give us a 1:2 or 1:3 in around 3 days, 4 days. That's fine. So 55 pip or something like that. Stop loss. Okay, 1.9. Yeah, we might want a entry something like this. Yeah. So only enter if you are getting a risk to reward of at least 2. Okay. And if you want to see whether I have entered, so I don't sell signals or anything. GPP, JPY, I did tell people 1 hour before to enter. And that's also a thing I don't regularly do. What I do is I always post after I have taken trade. Reason being, I don't want you to face a loss because of the trade I have given to you. I am not ready for that thing right now. In the future, if I am ready, I'll let you know, guys. But right now, I'm not ready for that. So I'll always post after I have taken the trade. So this GBP JPY is this. GBP JPY, I want the price action to do this. Now, let's look at Euro AUD. Price is already at a good key level area. If you see, the price has rejected previously from these areas. It's a good liquidity area. All right. So you can see, let's mark this level. Even though this is a good resistance, but wait, let's move to daily line. So on the daily level, we are at a good resistance area, right? So this is a support, resistance support, but the wicks you see goes around this area. Right. So let's remove this drawing. Okay. So the price hasn't reached this liquidity area where we could see retracement on these two levels. And we don't have something like that right here, but it's still a rejection area. I would like the price to move from this place. I won't take a direct sell limit like we did on USD JPY for the last week, but we'll look for a rejection from right here instead of this. even though it looks like a good small head and shoulder. If you see left shoulder, head, small shoulder, a big push, now the neckline, and then you can see the retracement to retouch this level. Now this level can be easily pushed down again, but we'll see if the price comes right around here and there's a lot of liquidity, then it's the whole thing is very different. You see what kind of price action is right here. When you see a rejection candle from this place, you can see the price has moved like really nice from here on the 4 hour, and a good risk to reward is given. Even at this place, you can see the price close around the same areas, get rejected, and we have a good risk to reward, right? So I want something like that to happen again. Yeah. I don't know, the price might just start doing this, but what I like to see is there are two kind of price actions that can happen here. So on the 1 hour there is already a rejection, but it hasn't done much. You can see the price came back even though there is a evening star pattern, and still the price hasn't done much. So the price can easily, let's call this 4 hour support resistance. Now if you see the price can easily push back up again. So here is what I want to see. I want to see a break of a change of structure, mainly a change of structure. I want to see the price to break this. Okay, this is one kind of setup. Break this, retest. I'll put a sell limit right around here on this low, and then go like this, or maybe even better. No, I don't want to put a sell limit right here. Reason being, now if I put a sell limit right here, then my SL will be way too big. So I don't want that to happen. What I want price to do is create structures right here. Create structure, like I want the candles to form something like this and then push down again. I want the candles to do something like this and then push down. So this will give me a good stop loss. And that's the strategy. So when there is structures, what happens is when you see a lot of candles doing this and then there is a breakout, it's very difficult to, you know, break that stop loss for the price again. So that's also creating a small support for us, a good strength area where if the price comes back, is going to reject again. So that is what we want to do. We want the price to do something like this, create a level of support, sorry, a resistance, and then push down so that we can have a larger risk to reward. I think euro odd might again happen soon. We are on this 4 hour. Yeah, so 4 hour structure is not going to give something the 1 hour will give us. Let's see how it goes. I will be updating live on Telegram for these euro odd. So we still have USD JPY, sorry, GBP JPY, USD JPY. All of these pairs are still there for this week. USD CHF, the price moved very nice towards the downside, but it was all because of the news. Like as soon as the news happened, like you can see on Wednesday, the news happened right here. After that, the price came back to what we were predicting the price to do like this, and then create a change of structure, and to go up. So the price has already given a change of structure to us, and all I want the price to do is move up again, break this level and I'll buy. That's it. Because there is a low, price is rejecting from right here. There is a low. I want the price to break this level, and USD CHF I'll enter for a buy. Even though it hits my SL, I'm fine. This looks a real like this trade looks really good to me, and it's almost ready. I think it's going to happen very soon. If the price doesn't break this high, then of course I'm not going to enter. Let's put alert, add alert, and I want I'll only buy after the candle is closed, not before, because then it might be a complete fake out. USD CHF buy. So we have the alert. This line, let's mark it alert line. So always keep your chart clean. Always know what kind of levels you are putting. Reason being, it will always give you a clear idea of what these lines are, rather than you thinking this might be a resistance. You just have to delete this line, and once it is done, like you can delete the line, and there's no use of it. And in the future, when you reference it back, you know that it's a alert line and not a support or resistance line. Always keep your charts clean. 27. So I just keep it 32. Oh, 33. The reason I keep so much distance is I like having at least one candle or a half a candle distance. I might keep a larger stop loss maybe. I'll see what my target is. Let's do it now. I think the first target is this level. Right here, it's the first target area. And the second target is around this level. Yeah. I'm not going to go past this level because there's a liquidity area. If you see, even this candle gave a big rejection, and you don't know, the price doesn't move always the same way. It might just move down from right here. So I don't want to be in a trade which is, I don't want to be greedy mainly. I am fine with 2.5. If the price moves up, I'll find another trade next week. So USD CHF price is almost ready. I'll move this to top because this is happening soon. Now let's look at NZD USD. We are already finding so many trades this week. NZD USD price didn't do what we expected to do, and that's completely fine. We didn't enter the trade. So in fact, wait. Yeah. Yeah, so we expected the price when it was right here to come around this level for us to buy. That did not happen. And we had clearly marked daily support resistance very nicely. We can see the price followed exactly similar patterns and it rejected from this place. So we had a really nice resistance marked right here. And it's just we didn't predict this price action, so we didn't enter this trade. So now again we have a good support mark and the price is already rejecting from that area. Now there are two things. We have a clearly marked, let's move this, make this better. Let's make this better. Max resistance. That's the best I can do. The trend line. So the price should have rejected around this level. And in fact, it did. Look at this candle. The price tried to push, but because of the selling pressure, it moved down. Else the price it gave a really good push right around the support area after the break of trend line. Now, so the trade is back in the trend, and when it's back in the trend, there is one simple thing we wait for it to do. It's to do, retest on this area, retest wherever it goes. Like even if it goes below on Monday, we want a retest of this trend line. Make sure you draw this trend line like I have done, and all you want to see is retest from anyway. Even if the price is right here, you want to see a retest on the trend line around these levels. When the retest is done and the price creates a new low, crosses this level, you can enter a sell. It's very simple, and the target is going to be, I mean, we have a liquidity area which is once tested, and also it gave a push and came back here. So there is one level right here, target one, but the target two is the price nicely moves towards this area. So the target two is very big, and it can be one of the best trades you can take. Like manage your risk. So maybe the price might come here on Monday and then give a retest around this level and give you this. So what you want to do is, once it has created a new low, you will have to do this. Once the price has closed below the low, you have to keep some distance from the trend line and then take a reward like this. Now this might be just around here or something like this. Can be anything, right? It can give you a 6, it can give you a 4, it can give you a 3. So let's wait for it. Let's see how it's going to happen. This is the second top pair. Like I really like this, how it's going. It's back in the trend, and once it's back in the trend, all I want market to do is retest this trend line and move down. It's very simple trade. Break the new low. I don't want to see anything else. I'll enter the trade. That's it. Now we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs. Now let's look at GBP USD. GBP USD, again, there's no reason to enter because the price did go up, but it didn't, do this. For a trade to enter around this level, what it should have done is break this high, or at least this high, for me to enter. Because it's a retest, you have to make sure that it is doing this. Only then your stop loss would be right here, and then you look for a target. But it didn't do it like this. So it didn't follow my strategy, and so I didn't enter the trade. Eventually, I am better without it because I didn't see a loss. That's what these are like. The structures are. That's what reading the price action is, to understand how the market can react. And if it doesn't react the way you want it to, mainly how structures have formed in the history, and it doesn't react the same way, then you don't enter the trade. You have to make sure that you follow these rules. And how do you know that the market has to do this only, then it's a good trade? That you can learn from the course I am already teaching. It's completely for free. You don't have to pay a single penny to me. It's completely for free. I'll put the link in the description. It's also available on profile. Just go in the playlist section and you can find the course. Now, now the price has done something like this. What we want is, it's a good support area. You can see right here. The price moved, like did something like this again right here and move down with all that force. You can see the price has moved smoothly towards the downside and then goes up. So we want something similar, but we want to make sure the price is rejecting this level with multiple candles, not with one candle. Around this level, around the, like, create a small zone, create a small box like this. create a small box. Okay, now it should reject this box. Okay, and when it's moving up, you want the rejections from this box level, not below this box. You can see the price has changed, like acted differently right here. But you can also wait for something like this when you are on a 1 hour time frame. So this one, like we couldn't see a structure because it was a like this is I think a news candle, and it came down here, so we can't see the structure change. Well, on these areas, we can see there is some structure change. We can see this that the market moved right here, and this area is this key level area is a good resistance and a support. You can see when the price breaks around this level, it's a nice area to buy from. So again, we want something like a 1 hour or a 30-minute structure time frame, because this is not a very big trade which can push to like we want that many pips towards our side. What we want to see is we can wait for a structure like this, see rejection, okay, and when the price moves around here and then does this, what we want to do is we want to put a buy limit right around this area with a stop loss of around this level. Maybe I'll put this trade on Telegram. Like, you can comment. If you guys comment only, then I'll put the trade on Telegram. If this happens and I'm looking for this, then I'll do it. I'll put it on Telegram, the exact trade, the kind of price action I'm looking at. Maybe I'll put a small video. So just comment GBP USD and I'll do it. So GU, this is what we are looking for. A really nice just to reward we want. That's it. And if it doesn't follow, like if the price just does this and we like it never hits a buy limit, it's fine. I'm okay with not having a trade if it is not suitable for my risk to reward. So that is GBP USD. Now GBP USD we have trade like a lot of charts this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 now. AUD JPY. Let's look at AUD JPY. The price didn't react on this area. It rejected directly once hitting a support. So this is how you mark your support. It should have a meaning. You can see the price moved so well that it, like, you can see the movement is really big, and the price rejected right from this level which we have marked and created a zone, and it rejected and it went up. That is what you want to see in your lines. That is what your line should mean. Okay. Now let's look at, I don't know what this level is, so I'll delete it. Okay, I think, yeah, so the rejection area. But it didn't have any meaning this time. Anyway. So daily we have this retracement and the trend is bullish. The trend is bullish. We generally see some kind of retracement. You can see again the price right here has done something like this, retested, rejected from this exact line, and then the next candle came back down to move up. Again, this one retested, another daily candle came here, again this level. So we do have this support we want to use again. We want price action to make structures around this level, and around the structures we want to see these kind of formations where green is getting bigger. Okay, the reds are getting smaller. We want to see red candles on the 4 hour or maybe green candles on the 4 hour, but we want a small formation on these candles. That is how you see the price is going to react differently. And I'll have to mark these levels when the trade is happening, because Even if I give you the trades right here, I won't be able to understand. This is one level I can see right here. So again, I'll have to look it back when the price is around this area on the 4 hour resistance line where change of structure can begin. Yeah. So on the smaller time frame, maybe on 1 hour or something like that, I'll see how it's working. See, this level is already acting as support and resistance. Yeah, on the smaller time frame. So what we want to see is price to break above. We take the trade and we look for a 1:2 or something like that. Not much. We have to see like the max high I can cover is this because the first target will always be this. And I don't want to be greedy. I'll close it right here. So once the structure breaks above this level, creates a closes the candle right there. I'll just cover the low and try to take a 2.0 trade. That's it. So AUD JPY again, we have a seventh pair ready. So what I'll do is I think we are done. We don't need much. And the thing is, I don't go beyond 7 or 8 charts. And the sole reason behind this is that when you have too many charts to look at, you are too much confused. I don't take two trades, more than two trades at a time. So at max, I'll have two trades open. That's it in a single account as well because I have multiple prop firm accounts. So what I do is I separate my trades. So at a time, I'm using two prop firm accounts in a week, and based on that, maybe I'll take two or three pairs. But I don't want to, get confused and look at the chart so much. And I can't remember all of this. I have so many charts already prepared, and I don't want to go beyond that. I am happy with what I do. So last week we took around four trades or something like that, and that is enough. That is more than enough. I do get trades on the same chart later in the week and different type of trades maybe. That's what I said in the last video as well. If I have an update, I do push it on Telegram. For example, GBP JPY, I gave the update on Telegram. USD JPY I didn't because it was a little more risky. So I didn't want you guys to face that risk. So once the price moved beyond my level, only then I posted the trade. So I guess I'll just remove this. Let's do one more pair, Euro USD, because it's one of the most important pairs. Yeah. So price has given a really nice break and then back in the trend line. So once this rejection is broken, all I want the trade to do is come back into my retest zone and then I'll take a buy. But again, I am a little scared over how the price is going to react. So I was in fact watching Euro USD as well, but it didn't give a structure to me right here. So again, what I want price to do is not, I don't want to get caught in smaller trends because I mean, how much reward it can give me. That is the most important thing. If there is directly a resistance level just above my entry, then it's not a good trade for me. So what I'll do is I'll wait for the price to reject this level and then move up around this area and let's see how much. Nah, it's not going to give a good risk to reward. So I want price to do this. I want instead price to reject this, come back up again. This might not happen this week. Reject this again and then give a push. Only then I'm interested. Yeah. If this line reacts well as a support, only then I'm interested in a trade. If it is pushing down and everything, I don't want to enter this trade because I already have so many pairs. Why do I look for something which looks very low probability to me? So we have 7 pairs and we are done for the week. So if you want to understand how I am doing all of this analysis and everything, I am putting up a lot of videos in my course, and it also involves a lot of psychological content. So make sure you watch these videos. I am doing it for you guys. Join my Telegram, follow me on Instagram. I am posting updates on my Telegram. Also, I am putting some kind of educational content on Instagram as well. I'm trying to, you know, educate people with slides, with small uh, content which can be easily taken. You know, you don't have to watch a long video. It's very small, and you can always interact with me on that on Instagram. You can comment and everything. So there I am very much available more than YouTube. So follow me there, subscribe on YouTube again. I guess that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.